All right, let's talk about a word that shows up in our assignments all the time and can totally throw us for a loop. Apply. We're going to crack the code on this one today. And trust me, by the end of this, you'll have a solid plan to handle it like a pro. So let's dive in.
Have you ever had this happen? You're reading through an assignment, feeling pretty good about it, and then bam, you see that word apply, and your mind just goes blank. If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. It's that moment of panic that we're going to tackle right now.
Yeah, that's what I like to call the apply assignment panic. And look, we've all been there. Your brain just starts spinning, right? Do I just define the theory? Should I list a few examples? It's total confusion. But here's the good news. Apply isn't some vague suggestion. It's actually a very specific instruction, and there's a clear formula to get it right.
And that really gets to the heart of it. The secret to any apply question is all about making that leap from theory to practice. It's about taking an idea you learned from a book and actually putting it to work, seeing how it plays out in the real world. That shift in thinking is everything. So let's break down what that really means.
Okay, so let's start with the official definition. When an assignment says apply, it's asking you to take a theory or a concept or a model, whatever it is, and use it. It's an action word. Seriously, think of it like that. You're not just supposed to describe a tool in your toolbox, you're meant to pick it up and use it to figure something out in a specific situation.
Or to put it even more simply, check out this quote. Your job here is to be a bridge between what you learn in the classroom and what happens in the real world. You're showing your instructor that you don't just know the theory, you actually understand how it works when you put it into practice. Now, this is super important because here are the common traps we all fall into and, of course, what to do instead. The biggest mistake, over on the left, is just defining the theory. All that proves is that you can memorize something, not that you understand it. So instead, look over to the right. Your job is to build that bridge we were talking about, to explicitly link the theory to the real-life situation, and then, and this is key, explain what that connection actually tells us.
Okay, so how do you build that bridge every single time without, getting lost along the way? Simple. You need an action plan. So I'm going to give you a super straightforward 5-step guide that you can use for any apply question. This will take you from that initial panic straight to a confident, perfectly structured answer.
All right, here it is, your action plan. Step 1, identify. First things first, you got to know exactly which theory or concept is your tool for the job. Step 2, understand. You need to really dig into the specific case study or problem they've given you. Step 3, and this is the main event, use. This is where you actually apply the theory. Step 4, link. You have to explicitly connect the dots between that abstract idea and the real-world details. And finally, Step 5, show the results. What's the takeaway? What new insight or conclusion can you draw now? This is the so what part of your whole analysis.
A 5-step plan sounds great, right? But let's see how it actually works in practice. We're going to take a classic concept, I'm talking Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and use our new action plan to walk through a sample assignment. We're going to build an A+ response right here, right now.
So here's our assignment prompt. It says, apply Maslow's hierarchy of needs to explain employee motivation in an organization. Simple enough. We've got our instructions, apply, we've got our tool, Maslow's hierarchy, and we've got our context, employee motivation. Perfect. We have everything we need to get going.
So, using our plan, what does a great answer look like? Well, it wouldn't just be a description of Maslow's pyramid. No way. It would start with a quick explanation of the theory. That's step 1, identify. Then, it would describe the specific workplace you're looking at. That's step 2, understand. Then, and this is the crucial part, it would go level by level through that pyramid and show how each need, safety, belonging, etc., actually shows up in that office. That's steps 3 and 4, use and link. And finally, it would wrap up by explaining what all this tells us about motivating those specific employees. And boom, that's step 5, showing the result.
So why does all of this matter so much? Well, because when you see the word apply, it's not a trick question. It's actually an invitation. It's your chance to go beyond just repeating facts and really show what you know, to demonstrate that you have a genuine, critical understanding of the material.
Let's pull back the curtain for a second. This is what's going through your marker's head when they're grading your paper. They're asking, did they pick the right tool for the job? Is the connection they made between the theory and the situation logical and clear? And most importantly, are they showing me that they truly understand this? Or are they just repeating something they memorized from a textbook? An apply question is really the ultimate test of comprehension over memorization.
And there you have it. The code is officially cracked.
The word apply isn't a trap to be afraid of, it's an opportunity for you to really shine. Now you have the key and you have the action plan to build a powerful, insightful response every single time. So, the only question left is, what problem are you going to unlock first?